Hey everybody out there. I decided to broaden my color palette and try something new. I'm going to be doing a 2-cup flip cup pour onto this 11 by 14 wood panel canvas. It was one I already actually poured on. I didn't like how it came out, so I went ahead and made some white pouring mix and spread it all across the canvas to start as a fresh base. I've picked out 4 colors. I've got, I think it's raw sienna, and then I have nickel azel gold. I'm going to be using cerulean blue and, gosh, what's the other blue I have? Paynes Grey, that's the other one. I really like that color because it's not totally blue, it's got a little bit of purple to it. I have to be really careful about layering these colors together because when the oranges of the 2 colors hit the blues, it'll make a little bit of a green. So I'm gonna be careful about how I separate these colors into my cup. So I'm gonna start off with putting the raw sienna in. All these colors were pre-mixed with my paint pour recipe, which I'll put down below in the description box. They have 1 to 2 drops of treadmill or silicone oil added to them to make cells. So I'm going to layer with the nickel azel gold on top of the raw sienna, and then I'm going to separate and make kind of a barrier with some white on top of that. That way it doesn't make green when I add in the cerulean blue next. Just kind of makes a buffer. It's hard to see because it's off camera, but I'm also filling a second cup in the same exact manner. So this will be a 2-cup pour. So I'm just scraping all of the paint out that I can. And now I'm going to put in that Paynes Grey. I love this color. I should use it more often. And I'll have all of the colors and supplies that I used listed down below with links in my description box. I primarily only use golden fluid acrylic paint. I know it's a little more expensive, but I use so much less of it because it's already fluid. I don't have to add water to it. It's just a much easier paint to use. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip both of these cups over. I'm gonna let these drain out a little bit. I'm gonna hold these down because they don't want to create a seal and they want to float and let all the paint kind of glide out, which I don't want. So I'll give these a little tap and let them out. Here we go. Oh, that made a really pretty color there. I like that. I love using blues and oranges together. They really are complementary colors. So I'm just going to try to get this little corner. And now for the other side. Ooh! Oh, that's cool. God, I wish I had more of that on the other side. More of that nickel azel gold is what's showing through there, that bright orange color. Okay. I'm going to tilt this just a little bit because it wants to flow off the one side, so I'm going to help it a little bit. Just lift it real slow. There's some big bubbles in there, but that's okay. I'll blow those out when we torch it for cells. I'll hit those first. So I'm just going to tilt it corner to corner real slow, kind of looking at the things that I want to keep and things I don't, and pour those off without totally disrupting everything. So it's a real slow tilt. Just trying to figure out. I really like the swirly kind of figure eight that's going on there on the left. Okay. So I'm just gonna use a chef's torch and pop these bubbles first, and then just move quickly around just so I don't burn the paint. I'm holding it several inches away and just keep moving. And you can see all those cells starting to pop out, and I'll let this sit for a minute and see how big they get. If there's any areas that look kind of blank, I can go back with the torch again and usually pop some more cells out of there. But I think I actually like this. So I'm just going to kind of touch up these corners a little bit. Just kind of waiting to see what happens with these cells. They're still growing. So I don't normally do this, but I'm going to stretch these cells out a little bit. I'm going to do it really slow because I don't want them to lose their shape. And just trying to go real slow. Help this over the corner a little bit with my thumb. You can create kind of a surface tension with the edge of the paint when you tap it and kind of roll your thumb over. It'll help it glide and cover some of those bare spots. Just a little trick. Okay. Okay. That looks pretty good. So I'm just trying not to go too fast and spread these cells to where they lose their shape. So here again, I just take the edge and roll my finger, and it pulls the paint across. And this is easier too because I have that white layer of paint underneath. If it was just the wood, it'd be a little more hard to do, but still doable. So I'm just going to touch up all the sides. Wow, I really like these colors. So I'm just tilting them back kind of the other direction to help cover that corner, but also bring the cells kind of back together again so they're not so stretched. And then I'll just go back to the other side here. Got a little bit of white showing in that corner that I might fix. I like that blue opening through the center. Kind of looks like space separating, and like you can glide through the center and come out of cell space. Touching these up a little bit more. I could probably play with this for hours, but I think I need to just let it go. Alright, well there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, down below in the description box you can find all of the supplies and the links to purchase them. Thank you so much for watching.